Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Amazing Shinsengumi, Heroes in Love. We are on Sanosuke Harada's route. We are going to read his other two endings today. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the bad ending because it requires less than 20% likability, and the other ending requires 40%. I have no idea what that one's going to be like. This is probably going to be the worst ending for him. So I'll read these two endings in this episode, and then we'll read his extra stuff in the next one. So for now, let's read Ignition, even if it cost me my life. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. The person who entered my room was Shinpachi. My shoulders drooped. I frantically tried to smile. Shinpachi, I'm glad you're safe.
Thanks. I'm a little banged up, though.
He waved his bandaged arm. After he came in, he sat on the floor. I was relieved looking at his bright smile. However, I knew Sanosuke was supposed to be with him. I felt a little guilty.
It wasn't because Sanosuke didn't follow me. I did my part of the job, and his.
He guessed what I was thinking and added that part.
A lot of people were proud of him for helping put out the fire.
Oh, don't tell me they made him commit seppuku for that, for disobeying orders.
Even Captain Kondo and Vice Captain Hijikata would have been proud of him. But because of that, I was left alone. I didn't think anyone else could do his job except for me.
Shinpachi crossed his arms. Shinpachi truly trusted Sanosuke.
No matter what happens to him, I never regretted leaving him there.
It felt like Shinpachi was trying to tell me something. I stared at his face. Sanosuke is okay, right? He'll come home soon, right? Those questions were more to make me believe that they were true than anything else.
We finally found out where Sanosuke is. He's in a medical clinic right now.
Oh, thank goodness. A clinic? How is he?
It sounded like he was badly burned in the fire. Nothing life-threatening, though.
I was a little relieved hearing that. I was still curious about his injury. Where's the clinic? I need to go there immediately. I stood up, but Shinpachi tried to calm me down.
Sanosuke made me promise not to tell you. So please don't go over there.
Or we'll let the cat out of the bag. He didn't want you to tell me. Why?
He didn't want to show his weak side to the woman he loves.
I thought it would be something like that. If he was feeling weak, I wanted to be by his side. It was fine, I wanted to know. Sanosuke would never know how I felt waiting this whole time.
It's okay, you don't need to worry. He'll come home soon enough. He just has really bad luck.
I raised an eyebrow, but Shinpachi patted me on the back to cheer me up. The next day, Sanosuke came back all bandaged up. He suddenly came into my room.
Chizuru, I came back just like I promised.
He looked at me and smiled, showing me he was fine. I wanted to smile at him, but it was painful seeing him so injured. I couldn't smile very well. I couldn't even talk to him because I started crying. Sanosuke embraced me.
I'm sorry for making you worry so much.
He was kind to me, and I instinctively grabbed onto him.
Whoa.
Sanosuke's face distorted for a second. He's injured. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You finally touched me for once. Sorry I was so surprised.
I tried smiling at him, but it was painful. You were fighting the fire all this time?
Yeah. We didn't have enough men. We even asked the firefighters and onlookers to help us. I hope it was enough to atone for our actions. There were a lot of casualties, so I guess I'm asking too much.
That's not true. How much of this is rerun? Can I forward? No, we can't forward. We had to reread it all. I'm sure you minimized the number of victims. It's all thanks to you, Sanosuke. If that wasn't the case, I would feel so bad for Sanosuke. He risked his life to save people.
I hope so.
He adorned a somber face. You're a hero in the eyes of the townspeople. Everyone in the Shinsengumi is.
But I ignored my orders and caused a lot of trouble for Shinpachi and the others.
Sanosuke.
Don't get me wrong, I don't regret what I did. It's just, I thought it would be hard coming back here. If you think about it, I retreated in the middle of battle. If I really messed up, I'll have to take my own life to atone for it.
You're fine. I'm sure you'll just be scolded a little bit. At least, that's what Shinpachi told me. Oh no, you said it! He was sure Isami and Toshizo wanted to help you too. No one stopped Sanosuke. A lot of people tried to stay, Isami and Toshizo had split their troops. Not everyone could stay and help out, but as Shinpachi said, their feelings were all in sync. I'm sorry about before. I misunderstood you.
You don't need to apologize. It wasn't a misunderstanding, If you weren't there that time, if I didn't rush into the fire, I'm sure I wouldn't have gone back to the fire.
My eyes opened wide after hearing Sanosuke painfully speak.
It wasn't for my duty as a soldier. It was to end the battle sooner, to kill the enemy and attain victory.
I couldn't think of the right words to say. I stayed quiet. There was a long silence. I hesitated to breathe. It was an awkward silence.
I love fighting. I get excited when I put my life on the line in a fight. I enjoy it. It's not like I like killing. However, if I lost, I thought that meant death. Wanting to do something even if it costs someone their life. Having something you want to protect. I respect those kind of feelings. But I'm not a person with those kind of great ideals. I just wanted to feel alive. That's why I continued fighting. That time, too. I didn't have any qualms doing my job.
I remembered his unwavering eyes as he fired the cannon that day. That was normal on the battlefield. It was a place where someone could die at any moment. I think it's great when people fight of their own accord. But the townspeople, the people who were caught up in the fighting...
Yeah. I think I averted my eyes from that. That is, until you risk your life to help them.
Sanosuke laughed, as he thought he was mocking himself.
I didn't want to get you involved. That's what I was thinking. I didn't want you to die because of me. When I saw you trying to help those people, I thought I should do that in your place. Even if it cost me my life, I wanted to protect you.
Not at the cost of your life. I wasn't happy about that. If something were to happen to Sanosuke, I would feel unbearable sorrow. It was so painful waiting for him to return. He didn't understand that at all. I couldn't tell him that, and my tears started to overflow.
I'm such a fool. I did my best to make you happy, but in the end I made you cry.
Sanosuke looked troubled. I mean... a different CG for this one. The back of our head again. I tried to cover my face, but he wrapped around me and embraced me. Is your arm okay?
It's fine. My back is really banged up, so try not to touch it.
I stayed quiet and put my face deeper into his chest. His warmth felt so familiar. It calmed me down.
Oh, I don't think I can go back to work anytime soon. Will you take care of me until I get better?
I'd love to. I nodded, and he smiled cheerfully at me.
Thanks. Actually, my burn is really bad. The scar will be here for the rest of my life.
Huh?
I might not be able to be with any other girls with my banged up body.
Oh, come on. Try to make me feel sorry for you. What? What kind of reasoning is that?
Wait, I'm not finished. So, will you stay by my side? Forever?
I'd yelled at Sanosuke, but he'd smiled at me teasingly. I was so shocked I burst into laughter. I guess I don't have a choice. I guess I'll be by your side. I pouted and replied bluntly. I slowly put my hand around Sanosuke's waist. I was careful to avoid the injury on his back.
Oh. I guess I should have come back later.
Huh? Why? I wondered if I hurt his feelings. I panicked and took my hands off him.
Because it's hard to do it worrying about my injuries. Well, I guess if I try hard enough.
Hey, that's not what you said in the other ending. What are you talking about? Oh, come on, Chizuru. Well, I guess I can do all the work.
Huh? Or promise, of course. Don't tell me you forgot.
You can think about that once you're all better. I'll take good care of you, don't worry.
When I'm all better? Are you trying to torture me?
Sanosuke complained about my proposal. He was disappointed about the promise. It was cute seeing his shoulders drop. I smiled. It was his punishment for making me worry. I was sure he'd forgive me for it. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right into the other ending. Embers. You're mine for all eternity. The door opened and Sanosuke came in all bandaged up. Sanosuke! You're okay! Not exactly. I quickly came to him. Where have you been this whole time? I was so worried about you. I felt like crying, but I kept my tears in.
Well, I'm sorry. I wanted to come home sooner. There were a few unexpected problems.
Were you fighting the fire this whole time?
Yeah. We didn't have enough men.
Yada yada yada. No, it still won't let me skip them. Alright, this might be a new line.
It hurts, but it feels really good. It makes me happy. I held back my feelings. I wanted to see you this whole time, too. Forgive my selfishness.
Good grief. I tried to get angry at him, but after hearing that, my face lightened up.
I told you, right? You better be prepared when I return.
Wait until your wounds have healed.
What are you talking about? I can't wait that long.
You just told me you wouldn't do anything reckless.
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I won't be getting any new injuries soon. Or what? Are you so rough that it'll hurt me?
Sanosuke! My face was flushed as I yelled at him. He apologized and lowered his shoulders. He looked like a child. It was cute.
You didn't cheat on me because you were lonely, right?
Oh, come on. The thought never even crossed my mind.
That's good. You're mine, remember that. You're mine and mine alone, for all eternity.
He kept holding me close as he whispered into my ear. Everything started to melt. His sweet words, his gentle warmth, my loneliness, anxiety, everything. His lips seized mine. It was different from the one on my eyelid. His kiss wasn't light. It was a little strong. It was intense. He put more strength into the arm behind my back. He wasn't playing around. He really wanted me. If things continued like this, I would really want to be his. Don't I already? I thought that, but I couldn't say anything else after I told him to wait till he was better. All we could do was embrace each other and feel each other's heat. We fortified our feelings by kissing over and over again. He asked me to be by his side forever. Even if he hadn't said that, I would have stayed. He left me and went into battle. Even if he ran off with another woman, hypothetically speaking, of course. Even if I was hurt or angry. What are you talking about? I would not be faithful to him if he ran off with another woman. You would just be pining after him forever? I was sure I would forgive him in the end. If I ever told him, though, he might actually go through with it. I decided to keep these thoughts a secret from him. Yeah, that's best. He made me worry so much and was always teasing me. I was sure he'd forgive me for not telling him. However, more than anything else, no matter how much I tried to hide things from him, Sanosuke could read me like an open book. Man, these endings are just so... Alright, they were all too much alike for one, and then they're just so abrupt. Great, so I get to sift through this for all the endings? Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and start the next video to finish him up, our date sequel and our sequel and date scenario. So, look forward to that shortly. Hope to see you there or in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye everybody.